intellectual property rights. So China can do a real fast turnaround of any product that gets sold there, whether they be iPhones or software or whatever. They can reverse engineer it and make a new, make a version of their own. And what's possible is China going and saying, well, we're not going to deal with the United States, but they buy products and then they reverse engineer them and sell them for cents on the dollar to other countries. So they don't even, it doesn't matter what we do to China. They're just like, oh, we'll take these products that normally people would buy from the U.S. and we'll reverse engineer them and we'll sell them from out of China to other countries, at 10 cents on the dollar.
This is why a lot of the major tech world has stopped having their main offices where they actually have intellectual property in China. My dad is part of this as well. They removed them because they kept getting their offices literally invaded with the police. They said, everyone give me all your USBs, all your phones, all your laptops, all your stuff. We need this information now as part of the Chinese government. It's due to CCP interests. They would literally just take it. It's within their legal right to do so, and that's why they stopped having their factories there, or not their factories, their idea centers there. Now all they have is just basic factories where they send it and just do the products, et cetera, they've already thought of, because they can't risk losing the IP.
Yep.
Part of the justification for trading with China is we were like, well, it might not be really fair for us, but they'll embrace liberal democracy and they'll become more like us because we have this free market. And did that happen? No. They're just it just empowered the CCP regime, which is horrific. So it's like, so this didn't work. We're done with trading with China when it's not fair for our industry.
Yeah, it's actual fascism dressed up like communism.
Yeah.
Do you think that the younger generation looks at this, at least maybe for the ones that are paying attention politically, look at something like this as short-term pain for long-term gains? Because one of the things that seems to be prevalent whenever an election cycle comes around is things get incrementally worse. Every election cycle, nothing really changes. Maybe the gas fluctuates a little bit up and down, but in general, we become more dependent on other nations. Mm-hmm. Our job market shrinks. Wages do not go up with the rate of inflation at the time, and that it's been a slow crawl to a slow death for the country. Yeah. Does the younger generation see this and think of this as a way out, or are they just not paying attention?
I don't know exactly. I mean, it's hard to say how much they're paying attention to this issue right now, but what I will say about young people is they want to burn the system down. And it's going to be right-wing populism or it's going to be left-wing populism. Right now, we're taking a chance on right-wing populism. That's why Gen Z men swung 30 points to the political right in the last 4 years. And actually, there were studies that found that it didn't matter the demographic. It was men, women, black, brown, white. All of them are more right-wing than millennials. So obviously they're taking a chance with right-wing populism and the MAGA right. But if it doesn't play out well for us in the next few years, I could totally see it going to full-on Bernie bro AOC.
I think that's the biggest gamble that Donald Trump right now is taking, is if this doesn't work out well for the country,
we're in trouble.
There's a serious chance that the left gets significantly more influential.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I don't think it'll be AOC though.
Why is that?
Her brand is sour. Her brand is, there's a current flavor of leftist populist right now. So there's a reason why these young guys went towards right-wing populism. Mm-hmm. They may seek out left-wing populism or some type of it, but AOC is, let's just be nice. Her brand is not good for attracting these people back to the left.
Yeah.
There's going to be there would have to be a young, new face in populism that would be somewhat more, let me put it this way. AOC's bounced around too much because the left is incoherent. Mm-hmm. And so that's going to make it very easy to attack, insult, and it's unattractive. If a new young face comes in with left-wing populism from a rational standpoint, where the individual's background is logical, they might actually be able to attract some people from the right.
And there would have to be, there's a tinge of race-based elements to everyone from the squad that precludes that working. It worked for Bernie because a lot of people of all walks of life seem to resonate with his message. But even then, the left told him, it's too white, it's too male.
I don't...
The problem with the Gen Z Democrats is that they're insufferable. I'm not saying it to be mean.
Harry Sisson rise to power.
The reason why he won't is because he's smarmy. And so...
Who's that other guy from Florida? The other guy's horrible too. He's now has a role in
David
DNC.
Hogg.
That guy, he's the worst too.
So what the left would need is, imagine a young RFK Jr. I mean 22.
Yeah.
RFK is fit and he tries to be reasonable, but he is progressive. Like he called it Indigenous Peoples Day. I questioned him about this, and but he's willing to work with Trump because there are certain things he wants to get done in health. I commend him. If the left actually got a young guy who spoke slowly and calmly and didn't make smarmy face all the time, they would do a lot better. But Dean Withers, Harry Sisson, and whoever that other guy is, they always have this very smug look on their face. And that's attractive to a very certain subset of individuals, which is why young men do not go anywhere near this. Look, there's a reason why the hero's journey is so popular in movies. Young guys want to be the reluctant hero thrust into adventure, not the smarmy rich kid. Put it this way: what was the prince in Game of Thrones that everyone hated? Joffrey. There you go.
He was in Batman Begins.
Let me just tell you, Harry Sisson is Joffrey.
Yeah.
You know, like if I can make an example.
Yeah.
People look at him and they're like, ugh. You know what I mean? The left would need someone who's more valiant. They don't have that.
Well, here's what I'll say about
They got a himbo and they got a Joffrey.
my husband and I talk about like why you don't see any young male podcasters all the time. Like you'll see somebody like your age or even older, and it's because young men don't want to take advice from other men who haven't done anything in their lives.
Yeah.
Like what I'm going to listen to you. And like this Harry Sisson guy, it's like, what has he done other than like copy and paste DNC talking points? So if they have to find somebody who's had some life experience, who maybe has picked up a weight and then, you know, the Hassan Piker guy is like one person, but he's a kind
the
of
internal friction within the party also makes this very, very difficult. Like Trump was able to steamroll the Republican Party and take over. Yeah. They don't have anyone that's going to be able to fight the Nancy Pelosi's. You know, there's a reason why the members of the squad fought with the establishment for years.
Let me just give an honorable mention to the Krasensteins.
Okay.
They actually work out. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.